So a few months ago, my siblings, we started an email chain amongst ourselves to discuss Dad's upcoming birthday. And it was a major one, the big 6-0, and so we know that we needed to outdo ourselves. And I actually can remember when I was 7, so my mom threw a surprise birthday party for Dad in the house, right? Remember? And it could be that even some people here were there. Anybody there?
I was.
Okay. And so in the subsequent years since that, big birthday, milestone birthday, we had already, gotten all the great gifts that we could think of. We had done the nifty automatic tie rack. You know that one? We got them. We went through a technology phase where we got him technology gifts. They're all still sitting in his office, unused, until somebody puts them on Amazon. But we knew that this was going to have to be a special gift. And fortunately for us, but very much unfortunately at the time, we realized that accidentally my dad was included on the email group. So as we were suggesting ideas, Dad chimed in and he said, no, I know what I want for my 60th birthday. And he rejected all of our ideas, and what he said is that what he really wanted for his birthday was a Seudah Hodah. And here we are. We are here because 5 years ago, my parents, especially my father, received a terrible diagnosis of pancreatic cancer, a horrible disease. Really a terrible disease that has, if you just Google it, that has terrible statistics that 95% of the people who get that terrible diagnosis do not have 5 years of success, Rahman al-Islam. And these past 5 years have really been very difficult for all of us, and especially my parents, all of us, but running from doctor to doctor, from one hospital to another hospital, radiation and surgery and chemotherapy and chemotherapy and chemotherapy and chemotherapy, all over and over again. My father has been brave beyond comprehension, and my mother has displayed a strength that none of us knew that she had it in her. And it's been hard, and we knew that we could use a party. And so my dad said he wanted to have a Seudah Hodah. And so of course, that's a beautiful thing. You don't have, the occasions have Seudah Hodah that frequently, right? And but at the same time, we were a little unsure, because do you make a party to draw attention to such a private matter? And especially, what about, the ayin hara factor? That was something that very much weighed on us, that should we have something like this? Should we do something to publicize? It's not our style necessarily to publicize a personal matter, and so we asked a Rav. And one of the things that they say about cancer, we've read a lot of books about cancer over the last 5 years, and speaking with other people who have also battled cancer, we know that there are certain blessings that you only receive going through such a difficult, terrible period. And not to belittle in any way the daily challenges that my father and my mother have gone through these past 5 years, each day has really been a physically and emotionally and a mentally grueling experience. Nonetheless, there are certain blessings that have emerged, and outcomes, positive outcomes as well. Number one, our family has come closer together, for sure. And, we've all kind of tried to do our best, and we've all tried to go out of our way, and we've appreciated that amongst each other. And our family has come closer together. We, as, I can speak for my sisters, my Ariella and Leah and Minna, all of us and our spouses, Abby and Jonathan and Stephen, we appreciate our parents.
Uriel.
And Uriel. Tell Ariel I didn't forget her this time. So We appreciate our parents in a new way, and we've gained a new appreciation for mom and dad's strength, mom's love and her support, and we've seen like their wonderful marriage that we all knew that they had a Baruch Hashem, a wonderful marriage, and we've seen it strained with the most challenging, terrible ways, only to become stronger. And that, as each of us are building our marriages, that's something that I know that we think about a lot, and it's been just amazing to see, to appreciate. That's been a bracha that we, maybe wouldn't have had otherwise. I think that it's important to acknowledge that we have developed a stronger relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu over the past 5 years. Davening for your father's health, for your father's life every day, 3 times a day, Meir Yitzchak ben Pesel, is something that has certainly changed our tefillos. And we have met many incredible people along the way. People who, there's like this almost secret society of cancer survivors, that when they're amongst each other, amongst themselves, they speak more freely, and people who, strangers who have inspired us. And whenever my mom sees an article on the internet, she forwards it around, a pancreatic cancer survivor who's run triathlons and marathons. And at the same time, we've also, we've met new people who also Hashem has clearly sent to provide chizuk to all of us. One of the people who we met was a Rav in Brooklyn, Rav Benjamin Eisenberger, who the day before my father's surgery 4.5 years ago gave a really powerful bracha that, he saw that we were nervous, he saw that we were intimidated and vulnerable and scared and terrified, really, and he said that you cannot be afraid. You can't be afraid. He says that tomorrow is not the worst day of your life. He said tomorrow is the best day of your life. Tomorrow you're going to have a new beginning. You're going to go on to inspire other people. He said that you're going to go on to dance at simchas. And he said that you're going to show and to prove to people suffering from disease that HaKadosh Baruch Hu can cure any disease. And we will meet again to dance at simchas, is what he said to us. And last year, right, at Avram's daughter's wedding, at Shira's wedding, so we ran into this Rav Eisenberger, and we danced together with him, exactly as he said we would do. And so we asked Rav Eisenberger, we said, is it appropriate, a few weeks ago, is it appropriate to make a Seudah Hodah, like a public Seudah like this? Is that even appropriate? Is there a concern about an ayin hara? And he explained to us something that's like a very fundamental lesson that I wanted to share. He said that ayin hara is only a concern when we draw attention to our own accomplishments and our own achievements. However, when we use an opportunity to draw attention to Hashem's accomplishments, and when we publicize Hashem's achievements, it creates the opposite of an ayin hara. It creates an ayin tova. And so just to sort of start off tonight and to declare that the Seudah Hodah tonight is dedicated completely 100% to Hashem. And on behalf of my parents, on behalf of my wife Abby and my brother-in-law Uriel, and on behalf of my sisters and our spouses and all of the grandchildren, so we have eternal gratitude for the nisim, for the miracles that Hashem has performed for us, for the successful surgery 4.5 years ago, for all of the good medical scans and that we've received, thank God, over the years, and for delivering us to this joyous day. Literally, Shehachiyanu, Hashem who has kept us alive, V'kiyamanu, who has sustained us, V'higiyanu, and who has brought us, Lezman Hazeh, to this joyous day that we are so appreciative of. But a Seudah Hodah is also our opportunity to give thanks to the many friends and family who have offered their unrestricted friendship, and there, everybody here really tonight, everybody here tonight has in some way gone out of their way, whether it's offering an encouraging word to truly heroic acts of Mesiras Nefesh. Some of you have literally done for my father things that have saved his life. My father-in-law, who has literally saved his life from day one, from minute one, was able to recognize the severity of the symptoms and saved us priceless weeks, if not months, at the most crucial time 5 years ago. And the last 5 years have been extremely difficult. But knowing that my parents have had such an amazing support network has really been priceless for all of us, for myself, for my sisters. And this is truly what a community is all about. So I just wanted to say on behalf of our entire family, thank you to each and every one of you who are here tonight from the bottom of our hearts. And a special thanks goes to, my mother. She doesn't really, it's not a thank you so much, but it's, again, like what I said before, we are, all of us, your kids, your children, are just incredibly just blown away each day at how the strength, the love that you've shown Dad. And so now I'd like to call on my mom to share some thoughts.